Hello there, welcome to my channel. I am Anita and this is Sewing Yogi. And welcome if you are used to my vlogs and you've been here before and you're a subscriber. And welcome if you've never seen any of my vlogs before. And hopefully if you like what you see, you can maybe subscribe if you feel like it. Thank you very much if you do. So I'm here to talk today about my October makes. I thought I'd done quite a few October makes actually. I thought I'd done quite a good job. But there's only four things. Two are the same. So the one I've got on at the moment is the Grace top by Friday Pattern Company. And this is the second one I did because the first one was a little bit of a fail, but I'm still wearing it. I'm wearing it for yoga. And it's really comfortable and I really love it. So I'm really pleased that I did actually make that first one. And I'm probably going to make more and wear them for yoga because they are so comfortable. This is the second one and I've done it in both the same fabric. So this kind of petrol blue, I think it's called. I think it was a petrol blue or something similar jersey. And I can't remember what sort of jersey this was. I bought it from Minerva last summer. So not this year, the year before. And it was selling out really fast. I think I'd bought some white and then I bought this colour because everything was kind of selling out really fast. And I think it's got a bit of spandex in it because it's really stretchy. It's very, very drapey and it is a lovely fabric. So I just thought I'd give it a go in this fabric. And I actually really like it. It's quite relaxed and hangs really nicely on the front. And I'm really pleased I got this top. Now I got this top purely because of seeing it. First I saw Tamlin from Sewn on the Time. She'd made it and I thought it was really, really lovely. And when I saw her vlog that she'd made it and said that they weren't stocking this pattern anymore, I was a bit gutted. And I kept thinking I'll make a note of that and I'll try and find it somewhere else. Anyway, completely went out of my head. And then not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl, she put it on her Instagram page, on her grid, a little cheeky snip of this top that she'd made, and I just thought it was amazing. And I thought, oh my God, I've got to get that pattern. So I went and found the pattern, and you can still buy it from the fold line, but as a PDF. I don't know if there's any way you can buy it as an actual physical pattern anymore, because apparently it's being pulled back so that they can make it more size inclusive. So I think if you want to get this pattern with the sizes it has now, and I shall tell you what the sizes are in just a sec. So the sizing for this is an extra small to an extra, extra large, but I think they're going to make it so it's a lot larger. So if you want to wait for the larger sizes, then just maybe hold off. I think it's going to be released perhaps next year. So maybe hold off, or if you're you fit in within the extra small and the extra, extra large, you could probably buy it now as a PDF on the fold line. So the first thing that I found with this pattern was it was very, very long. And my first version, and again, I'll put a picture up of this, you'll be able to see that I had a problem with the arm side. It was way too low. It was really like down here. You could see my bra and everything. However, the size of it generally was fine. And I made the extra small, but I found that arm side was just way too low. So what I've done is I've slashed through the pattern pieces where the arm side is. So this would have been much, much lower. And I've taken it up by, I think it's 2 centimetres I've taken mine up by. Just folded it there, slashed through and folded it up. And then redrew the arm so it just curved nicely. And it seems to have worked, it's lifted it. I'm not sure, I don't know if to lift it just a little bit higher, but I think it's probably fine as it is. So yeah, but I'm really happy with this pattern. I'm really, really pleased I bought it. I'm probably going to make it like hundreds of them because like I said, I've got my other one which is too low. I'm wearing it in yoga and it's actually really comfortable. I really, really enjoy wearing it in yoga. I love the high neck on it. It's great because when you bend over in front of the students, I'm not showing everything off, which is just always a bit of an annoying thing that I have a problem with. I don't particularly like getting my my bits out. So I'm happy with this. Really, really love the neckline on it. It's got a sort of, I don't know what you call that. Is it kind of like a cowl neckline? I'm not sure. And then on the back, it's more like a racer top. So you'll see that the shoulders just cut in a little bit deeper. And I love it. At the moment, I've got this on with a strapless bra, but I prefer to wear bras where you can apply a regular bra, and then you can buy these little clips which you attach your bra straps to. So if you pull your bra straps to the longest edge or the longest length, and you snap this little plastic thing on it, it makes it into a racer back. And I prefer doing that with these sort of things. I'm not that great with strapless bras. I don't find them that comfortable. So yeah, I really, really love this top. It was very long, and you'll be able to see if I stand up, it's quite long still. So yeah, I haven't altered the length. All I did was obviously take the 2 centimetres out of the top here. So that has lifted it a little bit, and I think the front sits nicely, but it does drop lower at the back. So you can see it's still quite long at the back. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep that as it is. I might actually level it off so it's the same length all the way around. I think that might work better for me. I mean, I don't mind it, but I just think it sits really low. I haven't hemmed this, by the way. I just couldn't be bothered to hem it. I will hem it, but yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. So yeah, I'm probably going to make hundreds. I'm really, really pleased. So thank you to Tamlin, Sewn on the Tyne, and Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. I'm really pleased that I found this pattern. I didn't even know it existed until they mentioned it. So yeah, it's definitely, if you want something that's a little bit more interesting in a t-shirt. I mean, obviously at the moment now I'm not going to wear this, probably, because it's gone cold. But yeah, next year, hundreds of this top are going to get made. So yeah, that's the Grace top by Friday Pattern Company. And as I said, it comes from extra small to extra, extra large. And they are apparently going to bring out a more size inclusive pattern for this one next year. So this is the Sew House toaster sweater, but it's the version which Simplicity did. Now I was umming and ahhing as to whether to do the actual toaster sweater from Sew House 7. I have got both versions, version 1 and version 2. However, I also have the Simplicity version because I am a little bit slightly obsessed with this toaster sweater. Now I actually really, really like this version, and I'll just get the pattern so you can see what it looks like. So here is the pattern, and it's Simplicity, and they have their own version, and it is from Sew House 7. I think it's like a collab thing that they did with Simplicity. And this is very, very similar to the toaster sweater. However, it's slightly different in that it's a dropped sleeve. So I think with the toaster sweater version 1 and 2, the seam line for the sleeve sits higher up here. And one version does have this kind of soft sort of neck going on here. But I don't think it comes with a cuff. Whereas this one, you get a couple of different versions, which is this one that I've got on now. So you get the cuff, and you can choose to either have the band at the bottom, or you can have the little split going on here, and then this nice kind of like it's sort of a very soft funnel neck, I think. Is that what it's called? I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah, there's a couple of versions on this. You can have a regular one, which is just a round neck, and I think this is the one I made here. But I went with this one because of this particular fabric. Now this fabric I bought from Minerva last year once we'd just got into lockdown, so I was desperate for some jersey fabrics, but I wasn't really sure of what I was doing at that point. I was new to online shopping, and I just kind of liked the colour of it and the pattern on it, the stripes, so I went with it. And when it came and it arrived, it terrified me because it's so soft and drapey, and it feels almost like fabric from properly knitted, something that's actually properly knitted, and I just couldn't imagine how you would cut into it. So I left it there for such a long time, but then I thought this year I've got to make something with it. So the reason I've gone with this version is because of the fact it's a little bit more slouchy. So you've got the drop sleeve, and it's a lot more softer. It's a little bit more, I suppose, oversized, and I thought that perhaps it would work better in this one. Now I'm really pleased that I did. I love it now. It is transparent, so you can see through that you can kind of see underneath that I've got a top. I've just bought a top from Marks and Spencer's that just kind of goes underneath, and I love it. I absolutely adore this. I mean, the fabric was horrendous to work with. It was so hard. I can't even remember what it was called. They don't have it anymore, I don't think, on Minerva. I've tried to search for it and I can't find it. It was under the knit kind of fabrics, sort of rib knit, I think it may have been, I don't know. But it's so soft and drapey and delicate, frayed like crazy as soon as I cut into it, and it snags really easily. So this is probably going to last me a month, because I've not actually worn it yet. I'm too scared to wear it. It's probably going to last me a couple of weeks, if that, before it gets destroyed, because I'm so bad at snagging stuff. My nails have already snagged it loads. But luckily you can't really tell too bad because I've just kind of like got underneath and pulled the threads through so you don't notice it. But yeah, it was awful to work with. I had to use my walking foot, and even with my walking foot, it was just did not want to feed through the machine. My machine just didn't like it. I had a few disasters with the tension of the thread was too tight, not with the seams were fine. It was when I was hemming the bottom, it just puckered up like crazy, and I then had the disastrous task of actually having to unpick it. I think it took me about 2 days to unpick because it was so horrific. Never again am I ever going to use this fabric. It's just awful. I love this. I love what I've made. I'm really happy with the final result, but I'm never using that fabric ever again. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it's turned out. I made the extra small. I think it's an extra small that they come in. So it comes in extra small to extra large, I think. Let me find the sizes on here. Yeah, so extra small to extra large. You probably can find this pattern online, maybe from Etsy or eBay. I have seen quite a few. I don't know if they actually sell it in any shops anymore. I think it may be in discontinued. But it's, if you can get a hold of this pattern, I think it's a really nice one. I really do like it. I will put pictures of me wearing this so you can see it better. But I love it. I love it so much. And you know, I'm going to make more of this. And I think I've actually made more of this version than I have of the actual toaster sweater, just because I love the drop sleeve on it. And I just love the neckline. I just think it works really nicely on me. Now, normally I don't wear anything really drop sleeve because I don't think it works on my body shape. I'm too small and my frame is too small to get away with it, I think. For me anyway, I don't know why, I just don't think it works, but this however does work on me and I really love it. So yeah, and I think I do take some off the length of this one because this one turns out slightly, I think it's slightly longer on this one than it is on the actual toaster. Now the actual toaster I did not have to adjust at all. So toaster version, I think I made toaster version 2. I can't remember which one round it is. It's the one with basically the big thick funnel neck and then the big thick band at the bottom. I didn't have to adjust that at all because it fitted me perfectly. Whereas on this one, let me just check. Let me just check. That's the sleeve, I think. Not had to touch the sleeve, I don't think. Sleeves are fine. Yeah. I may have redrawn this so that I've taken off the length. I honestly can't remember if I've taken any length off that one because it was maybe last year or the year before I purchased that one. So yeah, I don't know whether I've taken anything off. That's not very helpful at all, is it really? But I don't think I have. No, I remember what I've done. I think I didn't like the fact that the back here sits lower than the front, and I think I adjusted it so that it sits just a little bit higher. And this one I've actually had to level off completely because I had a little bit of an accident with the neck. So with this, it's a facing, so it's just an all-in-one. You'll probably see it on the pattern. Sorry, I keep bending down when I am just shuffling around on the floor. It's not very good. I'm not very good at this vlogging malarkey. So you can see it's a one piece. And then what happens is you attach both of the neck parts here together, and then one folds over the other. So I think it's meant to be that the front flops over towards the back, so that you get, when it's pulled through, you kind of get this effect where it's one side's just slightly higher. And I did it the wrong way around. So when I put it on, I was like, oh no, I've put it on the wrong way around. So this bit here I've got now is actually the back, and the other side is actually the front. But because the front and the back pieces don't look any different, it's just that neck part that's different, I've had to swivel it round. But then of course, then my front was longer than my back, so I've had to literally chop some off the front here and make it level. But I had already chopped some off the back because I didn't like the sort of high-low hem thing. It didn't really look that great on me. It was a bit too much of a big difference, whereas I think I've just changed it slightly. So that's all I've done with this, and I didn't adjust the sleeves. However, this sleeve is a little bit long on me, and I think it's mainly because of the fact that this fabric is so drapey. Normally this sleeve fits me fine. It does hang obviously a lot more heavier, or it drapes a lot more in this fabric. But I adore it. I really, really love it. I love this colour. I'm really obsessed with pink at the moment, pink and grey. I don't know whether it's just because it goes with my skin tone. I've got a specific pasty skin, and if I wear these kind of colours, it sort of brightens up my face a little bit, I've noticed. Maybe. I don't know what it does, but I just like this colour. And yeah, so that's the other thing I've made. So this is my third make and fourth make, because obviously the Grace top, I made two of those. So this is my fourth make, and this is the Audrey top by Sew Over It. Now I have made this top about 5, maybe 6 times. No one's seen them because I didn't like them. But I made the version, I think it's version 3, where it's just literally a regular neckline. So it's just the same all the way around. It hasn't got the tie or the bow. I made it about 6 times, and each time I really didn't like it. And now I thought at first it was the fabric that I used, the first version. I had the terrible problem where this stuck up like really proud away from my shoulder. I made another version where I just did the side. I think I'd actually written to Sew Over It and asked them what that was about, and they said I had to size down on the neck side. I did size 6 on the neck. Still had the same problem. I then worked it out. I mean, I did this this pattern when it first came out, so I really loved it. I bought it when it came out in the VIP club, and I then made another one, and what I did at the second one, because I'd made it a size 6 and it's still stuck up, basically I changed the pattern pieces for this neckband, and all I did, again, sorry, grabbing my bits of paper down there, I've got nothing to put anything on here, so I just had to put it on the floor down there, sorry, I do apologise. So the old pattern, I've got an old piece which I've not adjusted yet. It looks like that, so that's the neckband, and obviously that gets folded over, and that's your kind of angle to go into here. And I mean, I was looking at it at the time and thought that just doesn't seem deep enough, so I took it in by about 1 centimetre, and the size 6, I think I then made another one, but then I thought, because it was that problem, I went back to size 8 on the neck, and then did this adjustment, the sharp angle inside, and it did sit flatter, but then I had loads of puckering. This was just all baggy around it, and again I thought, is it the fabric I'm using? Is it because I should have used the same size 6 neckline? So anyway, I did another one, but I think the fabric I chose for that one, because at this point I was down to like rubbish fabric, because I didn't want to waste any more good fabric on this pattern. So I used some, I think it was kind of really, really inexpensive Ponte Roma, and I did eventually do the size 6 neckline with the adjustment on this shoulder. But I think I then graded to a size, so this was a size 6, and then I think I graded to a size 10, and it ended up being just way too baggy around here. I don't know why, I just kept not getting it right. I just could not get this pattern right. So I didn't like that one, because even though the neck looked okay, although there was still a bit of that kind of puckering thing, the sort of bagginess, it was mainly on the back of the neck here. It didn't sit properly. And I just gave up. I just couldn't be bothered. Just, I don't like this pattern. This pattern does not fit me. It doesn't work for me at all. Not even thinking about doing any other necklines. I just didn't like the bow neckline. It's not very me. And then, bizarrely, Andrea from Behind the Pink Door, very recently, I think it was a few months back in the summer, did a YouTube video of her adjusting it, because she had the same problem. She had the same issue with it sticking up, and I thought I was the only one that had this problem. And I think I did actually write to her at the time saying, I'm really pleased that you've done that, because obviously the adjustment that I made, because I literally made it up, I had no idea what I was doing. At that point, beginning of the lockdown, and my sewing skills weren't probably a little bit more shoddy than they are now. I've learned actually quite a lot through lockdown, I think, my sewing skills. So I was really pleased. I said, oh, that's really helpful that you've done it, because it's kind of made me feel a bit more confident in my sewing skills, because obviously that was right that I did that adjustment, because I mean it did work for me, but I thought I was pretty much winging it. And also the fact that other people were having the same issue, it wasn't just me. So I thought, okay, that's good. I'm not an alien. I'm not an oddball here, that I've got weird shoulders. So anyway, on to why I've made this one and how I've discovered to make this one. Was I've got a lovely friend on Instagram, and she is an amazing knitter, and I'll put her Instagram handle, username, I don't know what you call it, at the bottom here, because if you want to check her out, do so, because she's amazing at knitting and she does some beautiful clothes. And yeah, she put on her grid not long ago, it was only about a week ago, and she'd made the Audrey top with the knot version, but she'd made it into a dress. Oh, and it was beautiful. It is beautiful. It's stunning. So I said to her, I'm going to totally rip you off that idea. I'm going to make that. I'm going to do that idea. But first of all, I wanted to trial this out first again, because I didn't want to go into my really nice fabric, which I am going to make another out of my really nice fabric. And I'll show you that fabric in a minute. And I'm going to make it into a dress. So anyway, got this old fabric out. I've made quite a few things in this fabric. It's just excess fabric. I don't know why, I've got masses of this still left. I don't know what, I think I went a bit mad and bought maybe about 5 meters. I don't know how come I've got so much of it, but I still have. So I thought I'd give this a go, and it worked perfectly. So I did the size 6 on the neckline, and then I made an 8. So just literally a straight 8, and it's worked perfectly. It fits me beautifully. I love it. I'll just stand up so you can see me a little bit better in it. So here it is. I have shortened this as well. I've taken off, I can't remember how much, I'll have a look in a minute. I haven't taken any off the sleeves. I just left the sleeves as they are, but I have taken it off length, and I adore it. I just absolutely adore this. I love the cute neckline. I love the cute tie. The neck sits better on me on this one. Can't tell you how pleased I am that I finally got this pattern to work for me. But yeah, really happy. I'm so chuffed. I can't wait to make more. So yeah, I'm really happy with the fact that I've got this to work for me. I've made so many of them, and I mean, I chucked them. I gave them to charity because I just didn't like any of them. But now I've got this one, I'm going to just continue making the one with a knot. I think this sits better on me on the neck. I'm never probably going to make the other one, which is just a straight neckline. I don't know, I might try, but I think I prefer this one. I shall get the pattern pieces again. They're down on the floor, sorry for bending over. Okay, so I think I took off about 2 inches off the length of this, and I haven't made any other adjustments to this at all, apart from that, obviously, with the neck. I can put the link for the little tutorial that Andrea did for doing this specific adjustment on the neckline, and I think there's quite a few people now that have used that tutorial and said it's worked perfectly for them as well. So I don't know whether it's just a flaw within the pattern, because if lots of people are getting it, maybe that you know, maybe Sew Over It should change it. I don't know, maybe it does work for some people, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it didn't sit right on me. So if you think you want to have a go, maybe make a 12 first to see if you do need to make that adjustment. Andrea shows you how to do in her vlog. But yeah, so I love this. Can't wait to make more. Quickly, I'll show you the fabric I'm going to use to make this again. So this is kind of like my twirl version, or twirl version. I can never say that properly. So this is the fabric that I'm going to actually make it out of, which is upside down, that way. So I bought this from Fabrics Galore this summer, just gone. And I did look and they've got none left. But yes, so I'm going to make it out of this. It's got cherries and stripes, and it's a navy blue stripe on white. You probably can't see that very well because, again, the light is going. But I'm going to make the top version because I don't think I've got enough to make a whole dress out of this. But I do have some other fabric that I've just recently purchased as well to make a full dress, because I think it's going to be like so beautiful to wear this as a dress. So just adding on a skirt, and I have got a pattern for that. But I'm going to show that in a different vlog, because otherwise I'll be in pitch black shortly. So yeah, if you have liked my vlog today, and if there's anything that I haven't said, anything about the patterns you want to know about, the sizes for this I think are quite good. They're quite size inclusive. All sew over it patterns now are very, very good. So the sizes for this one as well are from a 6 to a 20. And I do think they perhaps now have another size bracket for these, because I know all of Sew Over It patterns now have been upgraded, so they've got plenty more sizes available. It's a great top, love it now. If you'd have asked me that though a couple of months back, I'd have been, no, don't bother, it's a rubbish pattern. No, I really love it. So yeah, if you've liked my vlog today, then please give me the thumbs up, and also if you haven't already subscribed, then please do subscribe. And apologies if you don't want to subscribe and you thought this vlog was terrible and not very informative, then yeah, don't blame me really. I just do my best here. I'm just rubbish with getting vlogs up at the moment as well, so apologies for the length of time it's taken me to get this one up, but I'm going to try and get one up again soon. I've got loads to make. I need to get Christmas things made. And every year I say I'm not going to bother with making anything Christmassy because I get really stressed very easily. But yet again, I've decided I'm going to make some Christmas gifts. I probably won't be able to share any of them with you because a lot of the people I'm making the gifts for watch my vlogs. So that's just going to be complete mystery till January. And then hopefully get a dress made, as it's my birthday coming up. I'm not going to get a dress made for my birthday, and I know that that's just not going to happen. I know how bad I am at getting things done, so I really wanted to get a dress made for my birthday, but that's not going to happen. So I'll get a dress made anyway and call it a Christmas dress. So I'm going to do that instead. It's still going to be autumnal Christmassy colours, I think, anyway. But yeah, so I've rambled on a bit more than I thought, so I shall go now, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you're all very safe and you're looking after yourselves and you're getting loads of sewing done. And I do hope that I see you again shortly. Thank you for all the wonderful comments that I get. I so love reading the comments. I get so excited when I get a comment. And if I don't get back to you straight away, I have read it, but then obviously I'm doing something and my mind is pretty bad at remembering stuff. I can think of something and be upstairs, and by the time I've got downstairs it's completely gone out of my head. I'm just getting worse. But yeah, so I will get back to you at some point if you do leave me a comment. Thank you everyone, take care, and love and light. Bye.